What is going on, guys? Today we have got Marchisio here as the 88 World Cup hero. If you want cheap and reliable coins, go over to U7Buy in the description. Look at all the coins, go to your purchase, and before you hit checkout, make sure you use the discount code JT11. Use the code and you should get 5% off all of your FIFA 23 coins. And before hopefully we do get the Max 89 World Cup Hero SBC, which hopefully is today, we are going to look at this 88. He is the second most wanted kind of World Cup hero, I suppose. Yaya Toure obviously being number one. There is still a lot of good value in this. There will be a ranking tier list at the end of this video if you want to check that out. So if you want to get all the way through, that is always appreciated. But Marchisio looks incredible. We have done his 87. It is just a +1 on that version. So a very interesting kind of upgrade. 1 on everything bar from shooting, which is +3. A 4-star, 4-star still. Very much box to box / DM orientated. High work rates, which is always good. Flair and team player, which again is very nice indeed. And we have gone with the shadow. It will give you 91 pace, 88 defending. It's just a beautiful card, to be honest. It's coming in at, I think, about 1.1 mil, 1.2 mil. So a very expensive card. And I'm interested, can he do the business? Let's have a look at this Juventus hero. I'm expecting absolutely massive things from Marchisio as we go for a big ball into Adama there. He's gone all the way back to the keeper. But in general, the box-to-box element from him normally, or at least in his 87, was impeccable. The passing was great. The dribbling on the ball was very good for a CM. So I am expecting pretty much the same sort of work rate from him, to be honest, as we try and find him to push up a little bit. Here he is. We're going to try ball roll. Forcing a bit too much. Marchisio looking on the ball. It's a great interception. Great pace. Oh, Arejo finding that final touch. That could have been straight through. Into him again here. What can we find? It's good. Has he got a free kick? Must have. Absolutely must have. What have we got on him then? 91, 80, 81, 85. I mean, power free kicks, definitely. I don't think he's necessarily going to be one that I would use. I think that angle is just a bit too tight. We're going to go with the normal run over the ball. But again, he couldn't be a bad option, I suppose, there. Marchisio looking in that middle with him. Got Haaland. Marchisio finding the ball into Sterling. And he's bagged himself a goal. Great assist from Marchisio himself. Again, just in the right point at the right time. He gets the ball again. Can we find a double back-to-back as Arejo finds it? Volley! And what is that? The one thing I do like from Marchisio is the kind of outplay. The very quick counter that he can kind of provide. If you've got a very more stable DM with him, he is perfect to be that flex role that obviously goes forward, pushes the ball nice and high. He has that consistent passing as well as great composure on the ball. With you've got two kind of box to box, can be a little bit scarce in that middle. And I do think he can hold himself more as a DM as well, but I think you are missing out on an absolute gem if you are not putting him in that box to box. For instance, personally next to him, I wouldn't necessarily have a De Jong. I'd maybe have someone like a Kessie Tchouameni, and I thought it was ball rolling then, just to be able to kind of hold that ball with him. And as we can find it here, this guy is trying to ball roll his whole way through, but I think that would be the best sort of partner to have with him. Finding him in that middle. The kind of change of pace here straight away, you can see how influential he can actually be as we find a little ball into Voller, find it back to him. He's going to go for the rocket. Not necessarily known massively for his finishing. He is predominantly normally more of the assister rather than necessarily the goal scorer in any team that I've used him in. Oh, nearly. So in general, I've kind of liked him in the build-up play, but not necessarily the end product. I don't necessarily need him in that sort of role. That is personally where my strikers should hopefully do a hell of a lot more of the job. As we find him here, the pace as well. With the shadow, the 91 pace, that's always going to be fantastic on any mid, and especially a mid with just incredible everything else. Oh, but now we potentially... Oh, is it going to give me... It normally pauses before I can even take the penalty, which is just absolutely absurd. I want the penalty. Marchisio wants his first goal. I think as well with Marchisio, the thing that I really like about him is he is worth the pennies that you're paying for. Definitely not when you're doing turns like that. But in terms of a million coin player, I would happily agree with what I'm getting back from him. Some players are very expensive and it's just overhyped potentially, maybe just a high pack, low supply, high demand. And that, again, can lead to cards being a little bit more expensive than what they should be. I think Marchisio is personally in the perfect price range. I'd happily pay a million coins if I had a million coins spare for him, just purely from what he can do on the pitch. In terms of CMs, you very rarely find anybody of a massive value for very cheap. They're always expensive. I'm talking about the Hullets, the Vieiras. Obviously, in terms of icons, they're bound to be. But then even if you go further down, we're looking at the Marchisios, we're looking at the Yayas. They have that value for a reason and are definitely worth the pennies that you pay in terms of kind of like a million plus. Into him here, what can we find? He's definitely stepping up as a big midfield here, so we need to see where he can kind of fit in them pockets, getting them through balls as we see here. Can we get another one? Find him in if we can. Oh, he's gone a bit too far on that side as we try and find anything if we can. Can we get the little ball in? No, we're just trying to force that first goal for him because I know he definitely can score. He's definitely done it before. Finds him again down the wing with a nice little through ball over the top to Sterling. Little cut inside, finds it back. And again, it's just child's play at this point with the passing that he can produce. Big away, nice from him. Doesn't get him too far, but definitely away from danger in that middle. Oh, his little bit of feet play there. Love the quick, agile work from him. Like I say, in terms of the upgrade, you could arguably stay with the 87, and I think you will still get a very, very top-end value card. There's not too much between the two versions, but definitely as a flex, if you wanted the higher-rated one, then obviously that is, again, going to be the better card in minuscule values in times. Like we say, +1s and a +3 on the shooting is not going to turn the card into the next sort of level. I'd be looking at maybe a +2, +3 with 4s and 5s rather than 1s in terms of upgrades for everything. And in terms of price difference, we're looking at 1.2 for the World Cup Hero version, and it's 560 at the moment for the normal Hero version. Given the two options down the wing, which is always nice. Valer running through. Haaland's going to have a big strike. It's a good play from Marchisio. Having that double, double 1-2. It's just brilliant to make them options if you can get that quick pass off. You obviously then have the right mid kind of pulling the right back or left back out of position. And then also having the striker run through. Again, it's just different things that you can do with him. Obviously with the composure of his passing and just natural being able to keep the ball like that is just absolutely perfect for the options going forward. It drags people so much out of position just because he's very good at holding that ball, and with obviously the agility, balance, all of that great stuff to kind of really enhance the guy. Oh, beautiful from him. Can we find something here? Oh, the only thing that lets him down is he's not a skiller, is he? So in terms of the overall review for him then, so like I say, we've got 1.239 mil with him here. We have got the 87 coming in at 560. Both have the positions of CM, CDM, left mid. They're going to be a very, very nice pair that you could get either or. I think both of them will give you the same output. I don't know. No, both of them are 4-star as well. So they both give you literally the exact same, bar from the, like I say, the +1s and +1s and +3. That is it. And I think for me, that isn't going to be enough personally to say he's worth an extra 600, 700k. Hopefully he does drop a little bit in price for everybody during this Max 89 World Cup pack, as then obviously we could see a bit of a better value as well. I think if you can get him anything under a mil, you get an absolute bargain from him. Because if we are looking at the best of the best centre mids / DMs, we'll go Cam as well, just in case. I think Zidane's there as well. Obviously, Hullet's going to be one of the best at 4 mil. We've then got a Pele, who's more of a striker. We look at Zidane, who's great at the box-to-box, coming in at 2. Same as Yaya. If then we go a bit further down, Patrick's obviously there at 1.2. We then have Marchisio and Matthias. Again, top levels. Like we say, the top 6, I'd say at least. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's in top 6 definitely with Matthias there as well. We then have a nice Goretzka who could be incredible. Obviously coming in at a mil with his fact that he can be upgraded. So that's one to definitely look at. We then have the Yaya Toure normal version as well as Marchisio's normal version. And really I'd say that's kind of top 10 in terms of midfielders. So for me, if you are buying a top 10 midfielders in the game right now, taking away obviously team of the season and team of the year, that is brilliant. I think 1 million coins for anybody in the top 10 in any position, bar from maybe goalkeepers, is absolutely perfect for a price like that, especially such a vital position. You'll notice that your midfield almost becomes so much cleaner because you have this guy in there. If you can whack him with a DM type, even if you could get another top guy, if you got a Yaya Toure or something like that, that is going to be an absolute pairing and a half. But if you even if you went a bit cheaper and got a DM that is just very good at staying put, this guy will do up and down, that guy can do DM. It can definitely work like that, or vice versa. Like I say, with a Shadow, you've definitely got a top-end centre CDM as well. I just think going forward is going to be more beneficial for this card because he's got the dribbling, he's got the 4-4, and he's got the passing as well. So I think for me, this card can never get anything lower than a 10 out of 10. He will always be in that top category, and I think if we do get another upgrade potentially, I don't know if FUT captains would come back, or obviously shapeshifters, maybe we get a more cam striker version of him, or even a winger. It would be interesting to see where this card can go. So overall, 10 out of 10, very, very happy with this card, and I think he will do absolute wonders. So let me know down below what you think about him. Make sure you do like and subscribe. Check out the other videos on the left hand side, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.